Good morning, pregame crew and Slevin. You said my name 3 times and here I am. Good morning. It's Tuesday, November 15th, 2022, 8:20 a.m. Eastern, 6:20 a.m. Mountain Time. I'm Chart Gal Lori. You're at the pregame show. What I do here every morning is I go over indices, commodities, crypto, movers and shakers of the day. My goal is to get you ready for the trading day. Today we have PPI. We have PPI coming out in 9 minutes. Perfect. Audio visual check. Thank you. I'm going to say hello to my friends, do a few chart requests. We'll officially get started in 9 minutes. This is my warm-up phase. Good morning, Greg, Lori, Andre, Fat N, Train Man, Bennett, Paul, Slevin, Night Truck. Y'all are funny. Hey, Casey, Matthew, Wave, Andre, Basque, Mal, Duncan, Roger. Like magic, I'm telling you. Sure, Alpha. Hey, Renee. Good day. Hey, Lisa, Laura. Good morning. Let me go back up. ENR. Is this liquid? Yeah, I guess it is. Is this batteries energizer? Never looked at this name. Running into the daily 200 MA from below. Did they have earnings? Yeah, they're up on earnings, it looks like. So 32.51, you broke over that in pre-market hours. So your next resistance is 34.28. It's hard to analyze earnings because you have this big pop. You don't have a lot of history that's happened because it just had earnings this morning. All right. Yen, okay. It looks wonderful. It's up 4% overnight. Hang Seng is. So the yen is up almost 15%. 3 times leverage. It's over this 37.07. Your next resistance is 39.09. Well, that's the 50 MA. You're already over that. Would be $40 psychological, then 48.12. Hourly RSI is 82. 4-hour RSI 81. So it's getting kind of hot and bothered up here. Support 39.23. Hey, Jessica, Patrick, Gary, Ludovic, Jose, Paul. All right, and for you, Silver, for Matthew. If y'all could hit that like button, I'd really appreciate it. That would be wonderful. Silver is up over that daily 200 MA. Wow. Daily RSI is approaching overbought. 4-hour is just skirting overbought. You're getting these tiny higher highs without a lot of follow through, starting to look like a rising wedge. Support down at 2013. Then 2005, resistance 2032, and then 2033. It would be hard for me to do anything bullish with silver up here. I don't know if my mom and my daughter are going to be on this morning. I don't know. It wouldn't trouble me at all. Hey, Mary. Hey, Paul. SPF. Is that what you want me to look at, SPF? I don't see it. You want to give me some more letters? Can I buy a vowel, please? Paul Sinclair, because I don't see that one. Yep, don't see it. MSOS. Did it make the list this morning? No. You have a good setup for a short on MSOS this morning, shorting against yesterday's high, 1230. You have an intraday high here at 1204, so that's a little bit closer by. You could use 1204 as your stop. SFP, okay. Support 1150 and 1138. I like MSOS for a top fish today. SFP. Okay, had a nice pop. We have a tweezer top now at 76.7 and 78 cents. You have a tweezer top. All it means is a double top. You have enough room for a 4-hour high or low on this pullback. Bulls like that they're holding the 8 EMA on the 4-hour. On the hourly, you're losing your EMAs. You have support at 627 and then down at 5416. So it had a great move yesterday, and it's having healthy consolidation. And how do we separate healthy from unhealthy? Look at this volume. Very low bear volume on this pullback. So far it's healthy. Lily. Good morning, everyone. We have PPI in 4 minutes. So this will be my last name that I do for request, and then we'll look at ES levels to get you ready for PPI. You have resistance at 360.01 and 360.80. You have support at 356.11, then down at 340.12. This name is so messed up with that Twitter situation, making it go down on Friday. You are the boogeyman. All right, now let's go look at ES. All right, so your ES levels, we have a potential daily bull flag. NASDAQ has already confirmed that bull flag, but ES has not made it over that resistance. A 4-hour lower high is possible here compared to 401.750. It makes it less likely because NASDAQ broke bull, but ES has not, RTY has not, and Dow has not. So NASDAQ is the only of our 4 majors that's able to take out that high. So our next resistance on NASDAQ is 12,000 psychological. You're welcome. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, I'll do TLT real quick. Bonds look great. Yeah, we're holding the hourly 50 MA. Potential daily bull flag. Resistance over 98.43 is the next is $100 psychological, then 190. Let's go back to ES as we prepare for PPI. Walmart beat this morning, and Walmart authorized $20 billion stock buyback. So that's a pretty big move. Big buyback, and they're up 7%. So you have names like Costco is on my list this morning for a potential dip buy for a correlation to Walmart. Target, oh, they had dividend, so it may not be. It's getting a pop on the Walmart news, and Amazon was getting a pop on the news. Yeah. Derek, I'd rather short SPY because SPY is unable to make a high like QQQ has. So I don't want to pick on the biggest bully. I'd rather go pick on SPY, and we have a clear resistance to short. I haven't done DWAC or AMC. I may have time at the end. If somebody could grab the PPI number when it comes out, that would be great. Hi, Dan in Melbourne. I have an affinity for Dan's. My husband is Dan, and my charting man, Goat Man, is Dan. Hi, Diego. All right, let's go back to ES. Get ready for this reaction. I am not expecting it to be as volatile as CPI was last week. 0.2%. Thank you, Andre. Wow. Less than expected, all right? Very good. So your new support on the hourly is 3986. Very good. All right, so let's get started. Good morning. Welcome to the pregame show. This is who I am. I'm Chart Gal Lori. I'm part of the Chart Guys community, and we teach technical analysis. And what I do here every morning, I have notes on the other screen, and I have notes for all the indices, crypto, commodities, and movers and shakers of the day. So let's get ready for the trading day. Here is my snapshot of my arbitrary, very arbitrary weighting that I assigned to weekly trends, daily trends on ES, key moving averages, bonds, Bitcoin. And I just put the numbers there that how, from my experience, how they impact the market. And then the score is 90.5 for bulls today, and for bears 43. So bulls definitely have the edge. And I know you're probably like, you're Captain Obvious right now. We see the market ripping. I had this done before PPI. So we can look at all of these individual things, the dollar, VIX, US 10-year, Bitcoin, bonds. We can look at all of them. Tesla's the only one that I probably shouldn't have even checked that. Tesla, I'm on the fence about. It's a potential daily bear flag. It's been weaker than most. It is tightening on the hourly, so we'll take a look at that. What a move. All right. You rhymed, Wave. Bull break on SPY with PPI. Okay, so on ES, our next resistance over 401,750 is not until 4175. So I'm going to call this 200 MA a synthetic resistance at 407775. Right here, the purple line, 407775. Look at what happened the last time we ran into the 200 MA. So that's my target for a potential short area. Of course, I need price to confirm on lower time frames for me to take a short at that area, but that is the next key synthetic resistance. All right, Hang Seng was up 4% overnight, and DAX is down. Well, what's DAX doing now? DAX has since turned green. It's up 0.23. So Hang Seng was up tremendously overnight. So your China name should get a good boost off of that. Good morning, ER. Okay. So ES daily bull flag confirmed. Bulls have control, and I would not fight this trend today. Okay? I told y'all that last Thursday. I've been telling y'all to stick with the trends. If you're inconsistently profitable trader, it's most likely that you've been doing counter trend trading. There's a lot of beautiful, wonderful counter trend traders that make a good living doing counter trend trades. They are more difficult. It takes another level of expertise. So it is my suggestion to just go with the trend today and don't be cute trying to short this. All right. So I gave you those levels. NASDAQ. Hey, Nib. So we're over 12,000. So your next resistance on NASDAQ is 12,140.50. 12,140.50. You see it up there, the light gray. And your support is now at... It's not until 11,729. We are overbought on the hourly. I consider this fundamental news, the PPI number coming in as good as it did. So RSI can get a lot more extended than it can in other circumstances. So I would treat this like an earnings reaction, if you will. I would treat this as fundamental news, binary event, and the RSI can run hot for a while. And we still have room on the daily. Okay, RTY. We are not through the resistance of RTY of 1906. If we get through that resistance, 1923 is your next resistance over 1906. And your new support, 1876. All right. And below 1876, the next support, 1865. YM. We did break the high on YM. So your next resistance is 34. We got over 34,000. So it's 34,246. 34,246. So we're getting daily inside bar bull breaks here. Bull flag confirmed. Your last hourly support at 33,628. And VIX has not made, we're still in an hourly EQ on VIX. It has not made a lower low below 2286. That is something to note. I would have expected that we would have dropped to a lower low and broken through 22.86 on that bull reaction. So that's a little surprising. Bitcoin, is it getting a boost? Yep. Still has resistance here at 17169. Ethereum, double top at 1289.78, 1289.17. And your support is at 1208. So I used some words last week that I haven't used to describe trading trends. Go with. So I want to make sure I continue to use those words. Today is a go with trade. The trend is up, and your best positioning is to go with the trend. Okay, Ethereum did that. Gold, I'm assuming, is flying. And the dollar, I'm assuming, is dropping pretty hard. So VIX not making a lower low was one tiny little glimmer of hope for bears today, and I mean tiny. And the other tiny glimmer of hope for bears is that we're approaching oversold on the daily on the dollar. I would assume that dollar would get a bounce once it approaches oversold or gets oversold. So we have the daily 200 MA coming in hot at 104.88, and we have RSI at 30.6 right now. So if the dollar gets oversold on the daily, that could put a temporary wrench in bulls' plans. Okay, back to gold. It is flying. Your new hourly support, 1776 and 1771, and your resistance is now $1,800 psychological. And then 18. All right, oil has been weak. We're in a daily downtrend, 4-hour downtrend. We have API estimates after hours today at 4:30. You have resistance at 85.78 and 85.82. You have support at 84.06. It got oversold on the hourly, but not the 4-hour. Nat gas has a nice 4-hour EQ. You have resistance at 620, 641, support at 589, 577. Get nice and tight on the 4-hour. Apple is confirming the 4-hour bull flag. You have support the low of yesterday, 147.43. Well, you have a support at 148.07, then 147.43. Your next resistance is up at 155.65. Go Bulls. Konnichiwa. Hi. I will do Tesla and 2 more tickers. So Amazon is getting a lift off the Walmart beat. You have a support now, 98.88, low of pre-market, and then 98.28. And your next resistance isn't until 104.58. And then 104.87, and then you're entering the gap fill area. Nvidia has been super strong. Bulls are very eager to buy this. They have earnings tomorrow after hours. And if I ever give you earnings date and time, please don't base trades on that. As always, confirm for yourself, because sometimes TradingView is not accurate. 162.85 support and 161.64. Have to find my notes there. If you're interested in my chart setup, you can click on the link below in the video description to receive a PDF explanation as to what all my colors mean. Back to NVIDIA, super bullish. Resistance is up at, it's not until 179.47, so 170 psychological, 175, and then 179.47. Yep, it's the engine to the market. The semis are really fueling this bull move. All right, Tesla says today is my day. I'm so sick of Elon selling me. Support at 190.50, 186.34. Your next resistance isn't until 198.93, and then $200 psychological. This could be the Queen of the Mountain trade. It's to buy this on a pullback because all the other names have been running pretty hard, like Meta, Netflix. Tesla hasn't had its moment in the sun because of Elon. So, of course, Costco has bounced. When we looked at it earlier, it was $5.07. It's bounced $16 since we've looked at it. So I like Costco for a Walmart earnings sympathy trade. Yeah, we still have data coming out every day this week, but not as important as PPI. All right, Meta's popping. Meta was going to be a short for me, but now with market weakness, I'm taking that off the table. Now I just want to try the long ideas that I had, not the short ideas. So Meta was a short idea and Tilray was a short idea. You still may be able to short Tilray against 440, but I would just work with the longs today. Same thing, XBI was a short idea and that's now busted. 8604 is your resistance here. Looks like you got over it. Yeah, they got over it. So I would only stick with the long ideas as long as the market is this strong. Next resistance is up at 86.98. PayPal? Sure. Daily inside bar yesterday. 4-hour bull flag confirmed. 89.35 and 88.92 are your supports from yesterday. Daily 200 MA is overhead. Looks good and strong in pre-market. They could be a laggard for a reason. Oh, they had earnings. They had earnings yesterday and looks like it was not favorable. You have resistance at 273 and 290. You have support at 252 and 243. All right, I did TLT, but I'll do it again. TLT looks great. You have support 97.09, the low of yesterday, and then down at 94.46. And resistances 190. $100.90 is your next resistance. Looks great. Yes, tomato juice. I do use previous supports as resistance and vice versa. Para. Did this have news? This looks good. Support at 1846 and 1845. You're over all of these nearby resistances. So your next resistance is up at 2340. You've been all over this one for a while, huh, Lisa? This looks great. All right, I have time for another name. What is going on? It's like time. I'm ripping through charts now so fast. I guess I'm not soapboxing. You have support at $53 and $52.60. This would not be my choice for a long. So with the market strong, I'm looking for longs and I want names that are relatively strong. Coin has been relatively weak with all the overhang and bad news. I'm just checking, see if anybody had any questions in our chat room. PSNY. They had earnings last week and that was received well. They're up at 599 resistance. Oh, they got through that yesterday. Resistance 602 and 612. You have support at 545 and 540. Looks like bulls were just taking a breather sideways yesterday. It looks fine. It's holding the EMAs. when I say longs, I'm looking for a day trade. So I primarily give y'all day trade setups here. If it's a swing setup, I call it out and say I'm looking at this for a swing versus just a scalp. Shop was really weak yesterday. Looks like it's up on some Walmart sympathy as well. 38.25 is support and 37.92. And your resistance over that 40.92 is 45.43. This is a really big move for Shop, 6%. All right, I have time for another one. One more chart request. You think ES is choppy on that run up? CMG. Daily 50 MA overhead at 1548.51. The next resistance is 1591.43. Hourly is super strong. Your support, the low of yesterday, 1496.28, then 1490.41. I would have a hard time going long up here with it overbought. And looking at that daily 50 MA overhead. This is one of those names that's so hard for me to trade because it can separate from the market, and I use correlations, market correlations to trade. So this is a tough one for me. They are weak. Well, I wonder what the guidance is. Guidance is way more important than earnings. So they must have had some soft comments on the conference call or something. You have a gap down here at 29250. And your pre-market low is 29820. XLF is looking much better than it did earlier. It's recovered the EMAs and the 50 EMA. You have resistance at 3580 and 3585. It could be a daily bull flag. XLF is looking much better right now. So a TQQ long, yeah, I'd want to pull back to at least the 8 EMA to get a TQQ long. I would want to pull back. So I like to wait for tightening ranges or a pullback to VWAP or 8 EMA, whichever one you use. All right, that's it for me. If y'all could hit that like button before you leave, I'd greatly appreciate it. I hope I helped you a little bit this morning, and I will have to bring some soapboxing back tomorrow. All right, y'all use stop losses.